Hi there, and good morning in beautiful Arizona. It's actually my birthplace, not this house, but the state. And even though I'm running for Congress in the state of Florida, I want you to know I'm an American. Because what is it to be an American? To me, it means to be someone who's proud of this country, proud of our Constitution, but also proud of the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, Third Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, etc. So, even though I don't have the $12 million my opponent has, and even though I don't have the probably $100 million that Mayor Scott Singer has, there is something that I have, and that is roots in America. You know, I was born here in 1989, and back in the 90s, things were better. And I don't just mean that flippantly or reflexively. They were better. We had jobs. Yes, there were some crime problems in the 90s, but overall it was safer, especially in the late 90s. Northern California, Northeast Ohio, it was safer. And, even though I moved a lot growing up, in 2001 I moved to Boca Raton. And Boca Raton is the place that I now call my home. And so while I visit my family in Arizona, I'm reflecting on the fact that Arizona and Florida face similar problems, but ultimately, the biggest problem we face is the economy. Now, look at beautiful Tucson. Tucson has one of the worst economies in the U.S. And you want to know why? I don't know. I'm not an expert on Tucson, but I can tell you why Florida's economy is hurting. Opportunity. Florida is a low opportunity state. People from other states come here. People who bring their money from New York, California, even the Midwest. They bring their millions of dollars, their hundreds of thousands of dollars. They price families out. They price me out. I used to make $100,000. But now, I just focused on running for Congress. So what I would ask you is, do you want to elect someone who has about $12 million in funding, or do you want to elect someone who has about $100,000? And why is it that voters have even voted for someone who has, let's do the math on 12 million versus 100,000, yes. Why would the voters of District 23 ever vote for someone who has $12 million over someone with $100,000, over someone who's self-funded, over someone who's an independent? Now, I may lean Republican, I may be a moderate, I may be for an efficient government, but truthfully, my biggest thing is no more ultra-rich in Congress. I'm a Republican, but someone with $12 million, what is he doing in Congress? He's amassing more power, more wealth. You know, people like Jared Moskowitz are the old school. Now, he may be 40 and I may be 35. We could both be president. He was gunning for a cabinet position. But what I think is important is that everyone realize that when you vote in this next election, vote against the elite. I don't even care if I win as long as he loses. Because if Jared Moskowitz loses, the people win. So just remember, don't just vote for John Schwartz, JSway 33. I think on the ballot it'll be John JSway Schwartz. But really vote against Jared Moskowitz. I don't care if he's a Democrat. He's a 10, 12 millionaire. He's corrupt. He's insider. His father gave him everything. He's friends with my family. My family hates me. And the truth is, all I care about is providing opportunities for young professionals like myself. I'm a digital marketer. Have been for 13 years. But I have a master's in politics. I used to work a lot in Ohio, and opportunities dried up in Ohio. There's not really jobs left in Ohio. Not really. Not for the 11, 12 million people. And now as Florida approaches 24 million people, a lot of them are retirees, which I'm fine with. We have to put Florida first. So remember, when you vote for John Schwartz, JSway, The point is, why would you elect someone who already has $12 million? I'm sure he has a wife and kids. I don't really care about them. They're not being elected. I'm single. I rent in Boca Raton. He owns in Parkland. So who do you want? A renter or an owner? A millionaire or someone with student loans? I got student loans. I got like $15K, $20K of student loans I can barely afford to pay. I don't have health insurance. He doesn't have to worry about health insurance. So my plea to you is, watch this video, send it to your friends, and if you live in Boynton Beach, Delray Beach, Boca Raton, Pompano, Deerfield, and North Fort Lauderdale, Parkland, Coral Springs, anything in the West Boca area, West Delray, West Boynton, that's District 23. And remember, this isn't a party about politics. This is an election about the elite versus the people. Now, the real question is, why was he elected in the first place? Why does any resident of FL23 want Jared Moskowitz? Do you even know he's your congressional representative? I doubt it. So, this is my plea to you. Research your candidates. But don't vote for 10 millionaires. Why? What's he doing in Congress? Is he serving you or is he serving himself? Is he serving his friends or is he serving your family? So if you want someone in Congress like me, I don't know, I'm upper middle class historically, but now I'm middle class, soon to be working class. I got medical debts, I have student loans, failing companies. I've been day traded to stay afloat. Just decide, who do you want in Congress? Thank you for your time and this opportunity to represent you in U.S. Congress. So thank you to everyone. And I'll say this as well. I would love to debate any Republican, Democrat, anyone in FL23 who thinks they're more qualified than me. But I would ask you this. I announced my running on August 21st, 2024, as soon as the primary was over, because there was no way a Democrat would lose in FL23. And if there's no competition left in our democracy, then it's not really a democracy. So, thank you. Consider voting for me. John Schwartz, JSway 33, Jonathan David Schwartz. And remember, I grew up in Boca. I went to Omni Middle, on the Spanish River. My grandparents are buried in Boynton. My family lives in FL23. They will all vote against me because they are Democrats. But does that make sense? Would you vote against your own family due to party? Sounds pretty asinine to me. And they've told me they wouldn't vote for me. Right? That's what my own blood said to me, my aunt. My cousin will not vote for me. My aunt will not vote for me. Their extended friends and family won't vote for me because they're Democrats. And here's the thing. I'm a moderate. I believe in freedom. And that means freedom to choose. That means freedom to choose about abortions, but freedom to choose about guns. Freedom to choose about speech. And freedom from the tyranny of government. We can do better. Let's do better. Is Jared Moskowitz really represent your values, your interests? I pick up trash every day in Boca Raton. You know, what's he done lately? Hoped he would get a cabinet spot with Kamala Harris? No. That's not going to cut it in 2025 and 2026. And I challenge him to a debate in 2026. You know, and there'll be mudslinging, there'll be accusations, but my biggest issue with him is he's rich. His father was a bundler. People vote for him because he's a Jewish Democrat. I'm a moderate, Jewish, free thinker. I don't have to believe in these parties anymore. Now, I picked the Republican Party because it aligns with more of my values, and because my goal is to defeat the rich Democrats that run South Florida. And they may try to besmirch my image, my name, my friends, my family, but the truth is this. When politics gets negative, it's because they have nothing positive to offer. Now, when you're ready, call my cell phone. Talk to me. Ask me what my policies are. Ask me what I do in Congress. But if you don't even know he's your congressman, why wouldn't you vote for me? All right. And I know I keep saluting, but it's because for everyone out there who's struggled, everyone out there in debt, everyone who's working class, everyone who's middle class, everyone who's poor, everyone who's tried their best, that's why I'm running. Ask me anything. I'll tell you the truth. And Jared Moskowitz, he doesn't have to. He's rich. So just remember, this is about poor Jews versus rich Jews. The elite versus the working class. So which side are you on? Thank you and goodbye.